Welcome to a later day and a new gameplay. Today we are playing Love You to Pieces. I found this on Itch.io by Soulsoft. This is a visual novel about a deranged drag queen called Tara Hart and her brutal slayings that lead all the way up to Valentine's Day, where she's terrorizing a group of friends who attend Seattle Technical University. Now, this game does have, is not only just Valentine's Day themed, it is LGBT centric 2 days before Valentine's Day, which is literally when I'm recording this. That's wild. It begins on a particularly wintry February evening. Any freshly fallen snow has melted since the morning, leaving behind a cold front in its wake. The only thing casting any feeling of warmth in the heart of downtown is a lone late-night cafe near the edge of Capitol Hill, offering a haven from the elements, a place of warmth, and soothing both broken and budding hearts. Valentine's Day is coming up, after all. A diligent woman sits alone by a semi-frosted window, her eyes speedily poring over a thick textbook. Despite it being warm inside, she opts to keep her jacket on, as the window beside emanates a persistent chill. She scrunches her brows in concentration, but wears an ever-present smile. Math, especially statistics, is one of her favorite college subjects. This chapter is long, but not hard to understand, she thinks to herself, turning a page while placing a cat-themed bookmark neatly in the book's center. So cute! When she's in the zone, there isn't much that can break her unwavering focus. She's about to adjust her glasses and open up another textbook when... Boo! Unfazed, she looks up with a wry but friendly smile. Hey! Nice try, Cam. But I think you have the holidays wrong. Just a teensy bit. Valentine's is around the corner, not Halloween. Stupid, she says while politely repositioning herself in her chair, motioning for her friend to sit and join her. Why didn't you jump 10 feet into the air just now? That I'll never understand, Ben. I wish I had your nerves of steel. Ben's classmate and friend takes his seat while saying in a semi-hushed tone, and your confidence, really.
So, how's it going?
So, I don't know how you do it. Keep it up. Or keep it, whatever. You know what I mean, right? Cam seems suddenly solemn as he starts placing several books and binders onto the table. I thought geeks like us weren't allowed to have self-worth.
Is that how that works?
Not math geeks anyway, hee. Yeah, not our birthright or something along those lines. Ben thinks how he can essentially see the negativity taking him over. What is going on? What is it? Oh, what's this? Oh. Cam has the tendency to spiral into the sad and pessimistic. Well, I, for one, left all that baggage in high school, my friend. Maybe you should try doing the same, Cam. Anything to stop being so...
Hi, I'm Cam from school. Are you serious?
Are you serious? We already said hello. What do you mean? Dashing charismatic? I was going to say dismal, but yeah. That seems to work, as Cam's disposition clears up almost instantly. A dark cloud swallowed up by sunlight. Hey, speaking of dismal, I'm glad you invited me to a study session at Village Coffee. And instead of at, like, a Starbucks, for example. Trite much?
Hey.
Oh God, Cam, you know my stance on capitalism, but let's not talk politics right now. Sorry, you know it's one of my favorite topics. All I'm saying is I applaud you, us, for supporting local small businesses and their owners. Cam suddenly puts on his debate face, as Ben likes to call it. She can't help but giggle a little at this. But I thought you hated going to the village.
Why? Is that weird?
It's kind of why I hesitated picking this place. Not at all. I'm glad you did. What I was going to add was we, as part of the community, should support our LGBT plus fam. Ben doesn't say anything to this, instead simply opting to give Cam her best and warmest smile. She knows it wasn't easy for Cam to meet her here today. Unlike herself, Cam only came out recently. It's still very obvious he feels slightly awkward and vulnerable hanging out in the primarily gay district of Cap Hill. So why were you late then?
You can't leave me out like that.
My cousin promised to drive me here, then opted out last minute. Can you give me a break, please? Alrighty. Did you order yet? No, not yet. I wanted to greet you first. What are you drinking?
I just make it look easy.
A latte.
Ben sings at him. I nailed that, sort of. No, not really. I'll just copy you. Ben shakes her head as Cam meekly plods his way over to the barista, eventually returning with his order number on a metal stand, which he places gently on his side of the table.
Where is everyone?
Speaking of the community, when are you coming with me to the LGBT plus club? The one at school? I think the bigger question is, when are you going to give up on me joining? Come on, it's actually a lot of fun. That's not why Look, there's no way I can juggle our classes and club stuff. I knew majoring in statistics would be hard, but this is like no joke. And most of us can't be as brainy as you. I'm always studying. Brainy. Ben bats her eyes in what might be construed as snarky, but her giggle gives away her sweetness. Cam seems to take this poorly at first, until finally cluing in. Well, now that you mention it, I do tend to have more spare time than others. You are the smartest person in our entire cohort this year, and everyone knows it. I may be the second smartest, but there's still a huge gap between us. Don't say that, Ben. But I'm okay with that. Lately, I don't even have time to watch my cat vids. And you know how they nourish my soul.
Told you I'd be back.
Instead, I'm inviting you to study sessions you don't need. Let's face it, you're basically tutoring me. But I like our study sessions. I like hanging out with you. Aww. Cam hands Ben a heart-shaped sugar cookie he bought from the display, and the two friends break it in half. Bits of crumbly, sweet cookies spill onto the table, which Ben promptly sweeps up with a pink napkin. They quietly savor the cookie halves with happy smiles and agree to get some studying done. Minutes pass in silence aside from the tapping of their fingers on laptop keys. But it's comforting.
So, how's it going?
Hey Ben, do you have anything going on for Valentine's? Want to come to a party? Before Ben can answer, he hesitantly pulls a flyer out of his bag. Dan R's February 14th, Valentine's Day party. Despite his tone, she knows Cam well enough that the idea of a party isn't exactly thrilling to him. Regardless, Ben takes the pretty flyer and stuffs it into her jacket pocket. She has no intention of going, but wants to be polite and figures it can't hurt. My friend Dan is throwing a Valentine's Day party at his house. Now this tracks. Of course it's someone else's party. There's no chance you throw one yourself.
My glasses.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't just go there. I'm sure by second year, I'll have made more contacts. Friends. Cam, we both know that's not why you never throw your own party. Like I said, I'm working on it. So, are you coming with me to the party or not? I can't. I won't even be here, unfortunately. I'll be traveling with my folks for a few days. They plan to get away to Florida this week.
Why? Is that weird?
Something about spending time as a family and snubbing the cold for a minute. Besides, I have the feeling you'll be distracted at this party. This Dan. Is that the guy you've been crushing on from the LGBT plus club? Oh, no. We're just friends. I met Dan through another friend outside the club.
Can we figure it out together?
Although there is a guy. His name is JP. He's just amazing. And we also met through that same friend. At this, Cam's gaze drops towards his fidgeting fingers. A look of sorrowful longing flashes across his eyes briefly. Well, since I can't go with, you should totally ask JP to be your arm candy. Thanks, Ben. However, slightly more complicated than that. Is JP straight? Elaboration! That's because it's a matter of the heart and not the brain. Ben jokingly holds one hand on her heart, the other outstretched like a theater major. Apparently when you scroll wheel, it goes back. Laughing, Cam throws a rolled up napkin at her, which she barely manages to deflect. But seriously, why is it so complicated? It's idiotic anyways. I'll fill you in on the entire debacle when you get back.
Good morning.
By the way, are you burning the midnight oil again? Both friends pick up and quickly glance at their phone screens. Because it's getting late and I have to catch this last bus. I'll get in trouble if I end up having to order an Uber. Weird. Ben's smiling face scrunches at this with a slight tilt of her head, but she doesn't press on. Honestly, I want to get this last chapter in, so you should go on ahead. Are you sure, Ben?
I just make it look easy.
Yeah, totally. I'm only like a 15-minute walk from my parents' house. It's cool. It's cool. My bus stop's that way, too. I can walk you home if you don't mind leaving now. No, it's no biggie. Thanks, though.
You can't leave me out like that.
All right, well, give me a hug. Bring it in. I'll see you next week. Text me when you get home. Most definitely. Okay, I'm glad to see that I'm, like, not the only person who, like, when you and your friends or people you're at least moderately close with and you have each other's number, that when they leave, you're just like, text me so I know you got home, so I know you're safe. Because I'm 100% that person. The two friends share a tight hug, where Ben notes that Cam kinda smells like cinnamon. She smiles before pulling away as Cam turns and waves, leaving Ben at the table. With Cam gone, Ben quickly reads through the chapter while also browsing Instagram stories. She normally doesn't multitask this way, but she finds herself drawn to a particular schoolmate's profile. Ben quickly packs up her belongings with one hand while scrolling with the other, making her way to the counter. Completely engrossed with her phone, she forgets to look up while making her order. Hey, Ben! The friendly barista recognizes her right away. However, the sudden greeting surprises her.
Hey!
Oh, hey! Sorry, I got so much going on lately, my mind is basically never quiet. I didn't know you were working today. Yeah, boss gave me the shitty graveyard shift again. Ugh. Even though she knows this isn't part of my availability. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're gonna have to juggle school too, right? Totally, my parents didn't save up for it and I'm too lazy to land a scholarship, so, you know. The two share a laugh while Ben points out a cake pop she wants to take home with her. Coming right up, and I'll put it in a really nice bag for you.
Told you I'd be back.
You don't have to do that, but thank you. The barista quickly returns with her order, but something on Ben's phone catches their eye. Ooh, and who is that? I've noticed you blushing over that profile for minutes now. Ben used to hate being teased about her crushes when she was young. Being attracted to other females was definitely part of it. But since her coming out, she's cared a lot less about how anyone else might view her. Well, good for you. Gosh, you're nosy.
We don't talk about she
It's
who
just...
will not be named.
Oh, she who will not be named. Y'all heard. It's just a girl. She who shall not be named. Does she who shall not be named have a nose? Blue. Blue from school. Blue from school? Sounds like a toddler sitcom. That's her name, wise ass. Well, she's really cute, from what I can tell. And not only cute, she's incredibly talented. Here, take a look. Ben shares her phone screen across the counter, and the two swipe through a bunch of Instagram stories. I guess it's a good thing that the barista's boss is in here, because he'd be fired. They'd be fired. The barista also shares funny TikTok stories and memes that make them burst into laughter. I want to keep talking, but I'll get in trouble. Okay, yeah, my break's coming up in a minute. I had a feeling, I was wondering. Want to join me for a puff out back? The barista gives the universal hand gesture for taking a huge pull off a blunt. No, thank you. I'm good. I really gotta be heading home. Besides, I don't smoke any of that stuff. Not that I'm judging. Some of my friends smoke too, so... Ben smiles with a cute shrug of her shoulders. It's all good. I really should cut back. Anyways, it's been good seeing you. Promise me you'll ask that cutie out for Valentine's Day, okay?
Told you I'd be back.
I won't even be in town for it. But when I get back, Ben gets flustered for a moment before composing herself. I absolutely plan on asking her out. You go, girl. Look at you, brimming with main character energy. Ben brings up her scrunched fist into a gesture of determination. Ha ha. School, health, and soon the girl will be on lockdown too. You are the blueprint. What am I doing wrong in life?
I just make it look easy.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but thank you. You have a happy pre-Valentine's Day. I'll see you later. You too, Ben. See you around. Bye. Bye. Ben waves goodbye to the neighborly barista and heads out the front door. The twinkling sound of grating chimes linger on after her. The chill night air feels colder by contrast on Ben's face. Screw that, I wouldn't be walking. I probably would, but I wouldn't want to. As she involuntarily shivers while bringing her phone higher up to her bosom. Ooh, her bosom. Oh my god, what the hell? That's until a strange commotion nearby happens to catch her attention. I said I don't want it! So fuck off, you freak! A brass-sounding man in a red truck seems to be cursing at a beggar? It's hard to make out from this distance, but the squeegee and torn rags appear to belong to someone down on their luck. I guess they sort of have a squeegee in their hand? Kinda looks like it. A homeless person. An older woman? Ben squints in an attempt to make the scene clearer, but the looming darkness obscures, abstracting it even further. Touch my truck again, I'll end you. Oh, we ain't saying all that. Not that the word is inherently wrong. I'm just not gonna be dropping. I don't know if there's gonna be like slurs in this game, so like, you know, because I don't know how far they're gonna go. But we will not be saying such things. It's not happening. With that, the driver speeds off. Aw, rude. But not before hurling some kind of drink at the drifter. Well, it's only cold outside, it's freezing, you gonna throw a drink at somebody like that? Would that not count as assault? Just throwing the drink is assault? Dousing, humiliating, and finally leaving them in a noxious cloud of gray exhaust. Ah, sadness. The hunched form turns back with a shaky, crippled walk. Staggers out of view into an alley beside the altercation. Mind your business, Ben. I mean, it's sad, but still, mind your business. Ben feels wary, but compassionate. Uh-oh. And the latter, stronger feeling takes over. Not the compassion! No! It will get you killed. Making her heart swell with pity and worry. She decides to check and make sure they are all right. Oh, goodness. As the alley comes into view, a sharp gust blasts through its narrow passageway. The sudden change sends chills up Ben's back and arms, causing her to groan and shiver, wrapping her arms around herself and under her elbows. Oh my goodness. That's when she finally notices the slightly hidden and crumpled form of the drifter, dejected and seemingly collapsed against a heap of garbage. Somehow, despite the winter cold, it doesn't mask a particularly rancid odor that engulfs the entire alley itself. Another oddity Ben notes is a rusty car decorated with crudely painted hearts. The pink paint looks to be the same shade the drifter has chosen to smear all over their visage. Ben reflexively takes a gulp before speaking, her throat having dried up in an instant, surprising even herself. Girl. Oh my gosh, Ben. Friend, why? Hello? Hi? Not see what? Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Are you okay? With this, the drifter seems to perk up immediately. Her visage is in slow motion, morphing from an expression of abject sorrow to amusement. Amusement? Their head perks up and tilts in curiosity, the figure attempting to stand. I saw what happened to you just now, and that's awful. Okay? Be cool. Some people, just like, is shitty. Ben shakes her head in empathy. But the drifter stays silent. And still. Perfectly still. Now that they're close enough, Ben can take a closer look. Ben, we gotta take a closer look? We got optics. Just leave. The drifter looks like an apparition, composed of swirls of black, frayed rags framing a bright, floating head. 2 tufts of bright red hair form a sort of heart, Ben thinks to herself. She almost smiles when her gaze drifts from them downwards, suddenly locking eyes. Oh my gosh. It's Palpatine! Bright amber eyes encased by fluttering false lashes that remind Ben of a flytrap. Yo! It's a Sith! Run! Her eyebrows have been shaved off and crudely redrawn again, high atop her forehead. Okay, it's a Chola Sith! Thick, clumpy black lipstick smattered over her pumped up lips. I'm telling you. With the finishing touch being rivers of mascara pouring down sallow cheeks. But Ben can't tell if it's from crying or from something else. Judging by her extreme makeup and where we are, she's some kind of drag queen? We just assuming these things? Obviously homeless. Oh, I assume you're a drag queen. I assume you're homeless. I also assumed you were a Sith, but hey, what do I know? But still, a drag queen, and in this area, makes sense. Does it? Oh, that's right. There's a... Didn't they say there was a large LGBT... Blah, 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 blah. Wow. I just got off work. My my ability to speechify is not so great right now. There's a large community here. Although her face looks all contorted and somehow just off enough that... what am I even thinking? It's just good contouring and prosthetics. I mean, them drag queens are, like, insane when it comes to makeup. Like, the skill level is crazy. I wouldn't put it past them to be able to pull off some, like, insane Halloween costumes if they were, like, really were to be put to it, like, the real challenge of it, and you give them access to everything. I bet they would come up with some wild stuff. Ben steels herself and pushes forward. And now you're all wet in this weather. You gonna freeze, friend. You gonna freeze. Oh? Oh. That's a neat trick you can do with your eyeballs. Ben steals back a gasp, unable to move a muscle, until the drifter's inactivity causes Ben to laugh at herself. Weird but amusing. I'll play along for a little bit, but I should get going soon.
Is that how that works?
Oh wow, look at you. Hello. Right back at ya. Be nice to me. Be nice to Ben, okay? The drifter, she appears pleased. A multifaceted smile carving itself from plump yet sharp cheekbone to cheekbone. Do you, like, work around here? Do you need any help? The drifter's eyes come alive as she points a gloved finger up, indicating a thought, an idea. It's so cartoonish that Ben feels like she sees the floating light bulb atop her skull. But the finger itself, Ben notes, is a rather long, gnarly-looking digit, accentuated by a sharp claw or nail either underneath or atop and part of the glove. It's very hard for Ben to discern. Cash? Oh, sorry. I don't have cash on me. The dejected drifter throws her hands up in a theatrically flustered motion. Pulling out... Oh my gosh. I was not lying about this not being able to read. Okay, puffing out her cheeks like a child about to throw a tantrum. To which Ben can't help but giggle. Don't giggle, Ben. They asked for money and now you laughing. They might take it the wrong way. Okay? Don't do that. Give them the cake pop. I know, right? But actually, I do.
I just make it look easy.
I do have something. Would you like this cake pop I just bought? It's not much, but it's something. And that something is yummy. I spent all the last of my dollars on it and I gotta walk home. So, you know, you can have... I should not have said... Don't tell people you walking home. See? The drifter nods her head feverishly, with an unreasonable giddiness to it that is rather unsettling. Okay, great. She reaches into her pocket, handing the drifter the cake pop. Ben's hand trembling ever so slightly, surprising even herself. The drifter snatches it. No sooner does the cake pop enter the drifter's grip before vulgarly being stuffed into her maw. Ooh. Wow, friend. Maybe we should have gifted you a dentist instead. She eats with a voracity that wouldn't be associated with normal hunger or even starvation. It's as if she eats to show that she can and how she would do it. Like a mockery of the action and the purpose. While doing this, the drifter shows off another Valentine's message. It says, "Thank you." The drifter flashes her that sickly, goopy, chocolatey smile. Is that what we're calling it? A chocolatey smile? You sure about that? Huh? We sure? Because I'm pretty sure them teeth was messed up even before you ate my cake pop. Ben's shoulders tense at the sight, and she finds herself involuntarily stepping back from the drifter. Oh boy. Nice knowing you. Gotta go. You're welcome. Why are you only wearing this in the wintertime? Ben? Is you crazy? Well, she's in an alleyway giving away cake pops. She is crazy. Try to stay out of the cold. Ben, all the wrong things are being said. And have a good one. Bye-bye. But the drifter takes a step forward, flashing Ben another heart-shaped Valentine's card. This time, the word lonely is written in dark red lipstick.
Please don't do it.
Chill. Well, I'm sure she's lonely and obviously wants to keep talking, but I really ought to get out of here. But something in the drifter's manner makes Ben feel like she shouldn't, an unexplainably dreadful quality. I'll ask her one last question, just to be polite. And then I'm out of here! Ooh, ask about the car or bring up Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day. To be honest, I have to head home, but just wanted to say happy Valentine's. The very mention of Valentine's seems to delight and enliven the drifter.
Please don't do it.
While taking one step closer. Ben can't help this time but to visibly flinch when suddenly the ragged outcast digs back into her shawl, furiously scribbling onto another Valentine's note. Gift. Written in something red and pulpy. The vertical bottom of the T still dripping, forming a long stain down to the tip of the card. That same long finger pointing directly at Ben's stomach. Are you trying to say you have a Valentine's present for me? The drifter makes a terrifying grin.
Get away from me, you creep!
What is it? Oh, dang, Ben, no! Whoa! You really just took my girl's scalp like that. Ooh, Ben. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not the squeegee. Really? You gonna make her watch? Oh, boy. Whoa. That's insane. Oh, it's only the demo. Shoot, I thought this was a full game. What? Full release for 2025. Where is it then? For more info and stay up to date. What? Okay, guys, well, I guess it was a demo. Dang. I was, like, getting into that. Dang it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you guys on a later day. Although, if I can find the full release, we will definitely play this because this is super interesting. I'll see you guys on a later day.